All right. So, this is the realist Ryan. Don't ask what the name is because it's just something I got off the top of my head. I am here with Shirley, Daley, a member of Anthony Browning Group Therapy, one of my favorite groups to listen to. And she's here to talk about herself and her group. And hopefully you guys get to learn something about her. I know I will. But
yay!
Yeah. So let's get started. I wrote down some questions. One, I'll just start with some things you like for people to know, or some things that you find funny about yourself, or just anything in general.
Wow. Let's see. I think that when people meet me, they'll immediately see that I love to laugh and I love to smile. Like laughing is one of my favorite pastimes. So I'll so any excuse to laugh, that you'll definitely find me doing that in some way, shape, or form. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then hopefully we get a lot of laughing in today. So.
Oh yeah.
Sorry if I seem a little bit tired. I did an 8-hour shift at my other job, and then had to do another shift at Starbucks. I have 2 jobs, so I work constantly, back and forth. So I'm trying to get it together. Plus, I had 30 minutes of sleep just now. So I'm keeping it together.
Okay. Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, I refuse. Right?
Yeah. See, I forgot that was one of the songs. I totally forgot. Okay, y'all gotta listen to it because it's so good. That one I used to listen to over and over again. I did not get enough. So,
oh wow! Thank you.
All the songs, all the albums, Long Way from Sunday. That's one of them that I can't stop listening to. I think it's just the way he writes his songs. It's so catchy, and then the words get you too. And of course, you guys are singing is always on point. I just thought I'd just let you know that.
Thank you.
I put you guys' Stellar Word, I think, performance on my Instagram. The entire video.
Oh, great.
15 seconds per thing, and it was really hard because I had to time it right. And
I
put it all on there, and I commented and put a caption on every single thing. I was like, these guys are on point. # when can I join or something like that. And yeah.
I love it.
Yes, I love you guys. And now that I have you on here, I can tell you that. So yeah. Also, if you guys have auditions, please let me know because I will definitely be out there.
Listen, if we ever have auditions, everybody will know. Everybody.
All right. So the second question is, how did you get started with singing with Anthony Browning Group Therapy? Because I know I was watching an interview with him, and I believe it was Marette Brown Clark. That's his mom, right?
Well, sort of, yes.
Okay.
She's our industry mom.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, she's our Marette Brown Clark. She's our industry mom. I affectionately call her Auntie Mommy, because I always say that she's not old enough to be my mom, but but she's always been that role model and that figure for us. She actually gave us our start because many years ago, we were a group under a different name called Anthony Brown and Answered Prayers. And so during that time, we served as we did background singer work for different television shows like Celebration of Gospel, other and different artists on Bobby Jones Gospel when that was on. And so, but the first person that ever gave us a chance was Marette Brown Clark. We met her in Detroit. I believe it was 2002, I want to say, and it was at GMWA. I'm not sure if the convention. I think the convention is still going on, but it was there. It was our first time there, and we met her, and it was just by chance. Anthony said, "Hey, just listen to us real quick," and she said yes. It was after one of the musicals there, and we went over into a little corner and began to do our version of Richard Smallwood's "Total Praise."
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
And
That's how you get them. You get that, you can sing that. You can sing any song. It don't matter what.
Yes, we love that song. It's timeless, you know.
Yes.
And so we did that, and she said, "You know what? What are you guys doing? I'm not like tomorrow, because I have a showcase. I want you all to sing background for me on my showcase tomorrow." And yeah, and so it didn't even matter what we had planned. We, it was like, yes, we'll absolutely do it. Yes, indeed. So, we learned the music. We, spent all that, most of the day rehearsing so that we could be ready for her. And that's history. From that point.
Do you guys have that, that performance on, like, was it televised, or was there some type of YouTube video or something that people can look up?
Oh no, it was years ago, even before before YouTube. I think MySpace was popping back then. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, that tells me how long it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any solo music coming out? Because I know you can sing, like you can blow, but do you have any solo music coming out besides Anthony Brown and Group Therapy?
I actually have done some work, not my own project yet, but I have done some solo work with a songwriter that's based out of Virginia Beach. And I believe that may be releasing probably in a year or something like that, because we're still working on that. So it's coming down the pipe, and who knows? Maybe in the near future there'll be a solo project from Shirley Daley. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I will definitely be streaming on like every possible network, or however I can get it, because I already have like every album by you guys on Apple Music and Spotify.
Love it.
So, like, you can tell how
awesome.
big of a fan I am. Like, I've been waiting for this for a minute. So,
wow, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Can you describe Anthony Brown in 1 to 3 words?
You said 1 to 3 words?
Yeah, if that's possible.
Let's see. How do I describe my brother, Anthony Brown, in 1 word? Well, genius.
Yes, that's very true. Yes.
No, I'm going to use 3 words, but I'm going to use 3 words. So genius.
Take your time, because
faithful.
Okay,
Faithful, and I say that because he waits until he hears from God. He does not move without without hearing from him, and then once he hears from him, then he goes. And absolutely, and I'll say fearless.
Yeah, I would definitely say that too.
Yeah.
Especially on stage, it's like, there's no fear. And I think that's what contributes to such a great performance by him and by you guys, because you guys are also confident in your abilities and what you can do as individuals and as a group. So you don't worry about like, if something goes wrong. And I don't want to like put him out there, but in the Stellar Awards performance, there was like a crack at the end of his like little like first few lines, but then he played it off, but they're like, let's go, and then like I don't think anybody realized it. I didn't even realize it until I like watched it over again. I was like, oh, he just did it. But like, you guys played it off through the rest of it, and it was amazing. So like,
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, see, you didn't even notice it, and you sang with him, so I was like, that means something. Either that, or I was just listening way too close. I don't even know. But
who knows? Well, he's definitely fearless. Like, once he hears from, like, what his faith is so much so that once he hears from God, then that's what it is, and he knows that everything that's associated with whatever task that he is supposed to carry out. He knows that no matter what obstacle comes up, it's going to work because God said it did, and because God said it's going to come to pass. And it's one of the things that I admire about him, because so many times we have like trepidation when it comes to just going out and doing something that's different than our norm. But for Anthony, it's like, okay, let's go. So this is what we're going to do. and yes, it's like he hears the finished product, and so the task that he then has is to sing it to us and get our have us to interpret what's in his head, and then we just go with it. Like, there's not one moment where we're nervous about what's about to happen, because he's not. He doesn't show us. So it's exciting, and it's really a blessing to be a part of, and to get to see happen.
I bet the rehearsals are like really fun.
Rehearsals are fun for the most part. I will say that he pushes us.
Yeah, I can see that good. I know.
He absolutely pushes us, and so sometimes rehearsals are always fun. Like, at some point, we're always laughing because we've been together for so long. But then there are moments where we're like, we have to dig in and really pay attention. And so it becomes like, it gets to a point where we have to really like focus and just zoom, kind of hone in on what's going on so that we don't miss anything. But it's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I know his arrangements are definitely not easy to learn, especially since like I try to mock like you guys' vocal parts and stuff like that, and I can't do it. It's hard for me, but I know it takes time for you guys, and it's not easy. So that's I give you guys a pat on the back for that, because
thank you.
It's kind of hard for me, especially since I don't read music. I do it how most churches do it. I think it's rote teaching or something like that.
Yes.
Do it that way. So that's kind of hard. But you guys get it down, and it always sounds so good. So I'm not really worried about future projects or anything like that, because I know you guys always seem to top it, and Anthony, his arrangements always seem to get better, and the way he changes it up to make it his own. I like when he does that, and it definitely goes far out where it's like, oh, that's Anthony Brown's version. Like, as soon as you hear it, like, that's Anthony Brown's version. You can't get any different than that, or you can't go close enough to it. So,
yes, he definitely has a very distinct sound. You can hear it. You can hear it whether he's writing for us or writing for other artists. You can just tell. You can tell.
So, what's your favorite song on the newest album?
Yikes.
I know I'm hitting you with the real hard questions immediately.
Honestly, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. Most days I like to be turned up and lit because I work out, and so I Got That is definitely like in heavy rotation.
Yes, seriously. I listen to it all the time. And I got my mom on it, and she listens to it, and whenever she's like, this is my jam, and then she does a like weird mom dance. I don't even know, but it's weird. She does it, and then I started doing the sign language for when you guys say VICTORY. I started doing the sign language thing. I was like, I gotta get that down. It took me like a few tries, but I got it now. I feel cool.
Good.
It's okay. I kind of feel a little bit cool, but it's all right.
Very good.
The rest, but it's okay.
Yes, please do. And I would say the other song. Oh man, that's really tough.
I know.
That's really tough. I mean, I enjoy I Refuse, like if I really want a really good worship moment. Thank You is another one of those. I'm gonna say one of my favorite songs on that album is, wow, that's really hard.
Are you like looking at the
I'm gonna
list
say
now?
Say that again.
Are you looking at the list, like the list of song names and stuff right now?
Yes.
Okay. See,
I'm gonna say Want You More.
I love that one. That's a good song to end with. I always thought that was a really good song to end with. It's like the
Want You More.
Is that like the jazzier one, like vocal jazz type?
No, Never Alone is the jazz.
Oh yeah, right. That's the song that I love to end with.
Yes,
I think that was rightly placed in the album. Want You More. I don't remember that one. That was after
Want You More is 2 songs behind that. Was number 12.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Isn't that more of a worship one?
It is a good, it's a good worship song, and it feels good. It's a mid-tempo song, so it's not too slow, so you can just listen to it while you're driving. But when you really listen to those words, it's a very honest song. It's very honest, and I think when you listen to it, most people can relate to it because it's so honest. Yeah.
One of my favorites, like you said, it rotates depending on the day, but I'd say it has to go between. I'm literally opening up iTunes right now just so I can make sure. It's in between Glad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I love that song. Oh no, don't want to play it. No, okay. Yeah, Glad. I got that. Every Time. That gets me.
Oh, I love Every Time. See, it's hard. It's very hard.
It is. I could just go down the list and be like this one. Trust in You. I remember. I think that was the song that he put apart from the album before it came out, and I love that one. I love the music video for it. I don't know. It's like I really love that song, and I'm consumed with Landry Johnson.
Oh yes.
Did you guys actually do it in the studio with her, or did she do it apart from you guys?
No, she did it apart from us. Her and Anthony were in the studio. I believe they did that in Atlanta, I want to say. So they did that separately, but she was at our live release, so we did get a chance to sing that with her. And my goodness, she is
crazy.
I love her.
Yes.
Love her.
That and
then love her spirit too.
Yes, yeah. She seems like a very strong person.
She is, and she's very kind and real too, and real. That's what I love about her. She's very consistent. Like, she is who she is when you meet her, and every time you meet her, she's the same.
Yeah, that's good. I like that in artists.
I love that. Yeah.
That and then Miracle Worker is a good one to follow up with I Refuse. So it's like you get that,
oh my goodness.
And then Miracle Worker hits it with a different type of feel to it.
Yeah, that vibe in the beginning. Oh my gosh. Yes. It's one of my favorites to listen to while I'm driving.
Yes. And then my godmom, I got her on the song And You Never Will. I think it was on the first one, album. I think it was. I got her on
second album. Second. Everyday Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot there was another one that came before that. I forgot. Yeah, the second album.
Do you have our first album?
I do. Yes, I have all.
Yes, you have got to listen to that first one. That first one.
Yes, that first one. Yes.
Yeah. There's some great ones on there too.
The songs that I've listened to the most are Testimony and Do It Again, and I think you have the last note in both of those. So yes. That's why I was like, I have to interview her. She can blow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I might listen to that again right after we get off, just to refresh myself. So that's the end of that question. Then who are your role models and inspirations as an artist?
Wow. Again, Marette Brown Clark. Not only because she took us under her wing, but because of the person that she is. Like, she operates in integrity. She loves hard. She's consistent. The person that, the personality is the same when you actually meet her. She's just as kind as how she is perceived to be. Her love for God and her love for ministering the word through song is, it's definitely admirable. And I just love her. I love her. She's always willing to share the knowledge that she has. She's, oh my gosh, she's so giving, and
she looks
and
like
just
such a sweet lady.
she is amazing. She is the best ever. She's the best ever.
You definitely gotta like go to this part of the podcast and be like, see, I talked about you here. See what I said?
Yes, absolutely. And anyone that that knows her, that you talk to, will say the same thing, because that's who she is. She is very consistent. That's important to me. It's very important for it's for what we do. You just have to be kind. You have to really want to be in the gospel or Christian industry and want to spread the good news, like not to be famous and not to get your name out there. Like, if that's what you want, if you want to just be famous and get your face known, then go sing R&B, go sing something, another genre of music where it's cool. But because of, it's not only important for us to be talented, but be anointed and to minister, to people. I think it's important, and that's what makes our industry so special, because there's that little extra thing on there. And so it's just important to really care about the people and really care about the message that we are tasked to send and to give. So integrity and consistency is very important to me. You'll hear me talk about that a lot.
No, it's okay. I'm ready for
Yeah.
it. So I heard you were saying it's like it kind of comes with the music, and that was a good point, because in gospel music, it's kind of like you have to be consistent, you have to be kind and all that, because it does come with the music. So like, you sing this message, and then if you're not online with that message, then it's like, what are you singing for? But
yes, like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, so you're singing one thing and then you're like living another thing, which is
right.
What I try to do. I try to live like on the path of what my music talks about, and sometimes it's hard. It's hard. Things get in the way, and sometimes it's just not as easy. But sometimes I try to live my life in the way that the music that I listen to it puts me on. So, like, I try to stay in that constant worship state, kind of, and then that helps me a lot, especially on my jobs where people like irritate me and stuff like that. But
I understand. People love to try your nerves.
Not today, Satan.
Yes. Not today, Satan. You won't get me. No. You will not get me. You almost did, though.
Right. The devil thought he had me.
It's funny because it's about the try. It's about, okay, like every day when you wake up, yes, this is the path that I'm on. I'm going to spread the gospel. I'm going to live that good life. I'm going to try my best, but the enemy likes to sneak in there and have you really feel down on yourself. If you have like a misstep, if you let somebody push you, to the point where you got to like clap at them a little bit, if it happens, okay, it's fine. You just got to reset and like keep it moving. Don't beat yourself up, trying to live this perfect life. Yes, try,
Yeah,
but understand absolutely we are human, and it's like, okay, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm gonna dust myself off, and we're gonna try again.
Yeah.
And that's what God is looking for. He's looking for that relationship with us, and He's looking for that try.
For the effort, you're saying?
Yes, effort. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I listen to really only gospel music because that really lifts my spirits and helps me to see positive and always stay positive, even in situations like that where the enemy comes in and tries to put you off track or make you do that thing that you know you shouldn't do. So that does help all the time. Sometimes it's that one thing where it's like, nope, I can't do it. But that gospel music helps me to stay on, and it's kind of like walking with God as you listen to the music, because you guys are so, and like you said, Anthony writes music as soon as he gets it from God. So it's kind of like walking with God when you listen to the music, and you hear that relationship, that back and forth relationship between him and Anthony. So that's what I love most about your music, because it's that connection that you get, and it's that sincerity that you get in the music that I love so much.
Wow, thank you so much.
No
thank you. It's really a blessing. It really is. We're very fortunate that number one, that God has blessed Anthony with so much music and so much good music. It's almost like every song he writes is, for lack of a better word, is a hit. Yes, there's something that some part of that song that we can gravitate to, that we can that kind of sticks in our mind. And it's really a blessing to be a part of this thing, and to see it as it develops over and over again. There's nothing like it, and I'm definitely very fortunate and very blessed, and I'm excited about the future and all that is.
I'm excited too. I'm ready for this next album. You guys need to hurry it up, man. I'm ready.
In due time, patience.
That's true.
Patience.
I got some things I just have less patience for. Okay, so when is the release date? No? Okay, that's fine. But yeah.
Won't be me. You won't get it from me.
Yeah, it's all right. I get it when I get it. It's all right. All right, so the next question is, what advice would you give aspiring artists or Christians in the music business?
Let's see. Be patient. Number one, be patient. We've been singing and doing midnight musicals and traveling and recording demos and doing background work since 2001. Our first project was released in 2012. And so, it's a very long time. We're 10, 11 years before we were recognized on a national platform with a national release, I'll say. So definitely be patient and really check why you're doing it. Why do I want to sing gospel music? Is it because my church family, is pushing me to do this, or do I really have a heart to affect change in the world? And just keep going. Don't be discouraged. If you know this is what you want to do, and you know that you want to do this because you want to help change lives, because you want to spread the gospel, because you want to help people, then be patient. Continue to pray. Continue to minister. Continue to sing. Continue to write. Just keep working and keep at it, and keep the faith, and don't lose hope on that, because when your moment comes, and when the time is right, everything will just fall into place, and it'll seem like it just happened overnight, but that you've done the work, and you'll be able to appreciate it. So, just don't give up and just keep doing it.
That was great. Hope you guys hear that, because that's some quality advice right there. Yes, definitely. I even keep that. I received that a little bit, because I do want to start making my own music, but I feel like I want it to be, if I do make music, I don't want it to be just like, oh, I'm gonna make a song one day. It's like there's no like connection between it, or in it. No connection in it, or like no depth to it. I want it to be like something where people can really relate to it, no matter where they are in life. And that's kind of what you guys do, and you do it really well. So yeah, thank you very much for that.
Sure. Listen, I'm going to take that my own advice, and I have taken my own advice, because I've heard for a number of years now, like, Shirley, when your project coming? When are you going to do a project? And I keep saying the same thing, like, when the moment is right. It is something that I would like to do, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to rush it. And I don't want to move before it's time. So, but believe you me, when the moment comes, then it's going to happen, and you all will know about it.
I hope so. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll be ready on it. I'll be ready for it. Definitely. So the next one is, what's your favorite Bible verse?
Ooh. That's that's like, oh man.
Okay, I'm gonna narrow it down.
I'm gonna say,
favorite Bible verse of the day, if possible.
No, my absolute favorite one, and I'll tell the reason why. Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love God and who are called according to His purpose. That scripture got me through one of the toughest toughest things that I've ever had to deal with. We had a group member. Back when we were Anthony Brown and Answered Prayers, we had a group member that I grew up with. Her name is Melanie Winborn, and she unfortunately passed away of liver cancer. And losing that member, which is the event that sort of created our Saul Paul experience, which led to us changing the name and sort of revamping or rebranding, sort of. Just dealing with her death was one of the toughest things that we've ever had to experience, because someone that we had been ministering with and friends with for over a decade just all of a sudden is gone. It was very tough. And for me, just speaking from my standpoint, I believed, for what I thought, with everything inside of me, that she was going to be healed and be with us still.
Yeah.
However, I did not understand why God decided to take her, and why her healing, was not on earth.
Yeah.
And so, in just dealing with the grieving process, I really, it was then where I really had an understanding of, okay, all things work together for the good. Like everything, whether or not you understand it or not, whether or not it feels good, or whether or not you deem it being good or bad, it does not matter. Anything that happens, God ordains, and it all works out. And it definitely has. It definitely has. It's something that has made us stronger and in our faith, because it pushed us to really ask God, like, Lord, like, what are we supposed to do with this? Like, and also, if I'm going to remain with this ministry, like, Lord, I don't know how to process this. I don't know how to not cry in rehearsal, because I'm missing my sister. I don't know how to do this. Like, we don't know how to function right now. And so God used that moment to get us closer to him and to allow us to be able to minister to people who are broken in that area, and minister to people who have lost someone, and because when you're hurting and you're grieving, you don't want to hear everything's going to be fine. Just give it, just give it time. You don't want to hear that. You want, no, just let me be in my moment, in my sorrow. I want to cry right now. I just want to be in that. But it was definitely a scripture where I gained a huge understanding about who God is and who he is to me. From that. So I'll stick with that.
That's a pretty good answer. I wouldn't change that one. But it's definitely when like you lose someone that you were really close to, or it's like a personal type of testimony type thing, where you really see God, or you really start to question like, what was your intention for this? Or it really tests your faith kind of, but it also like makes you stronger in the faith, because you're like, okay, so I know I may not understand why you did this, but you know why you did this, and it's only because you want to help us. And sometimes I know with my uncle T.D., the Lord took him like, what was it, 2.5 years ago now, and I believe that he took him because he was battling with alcoholism, and I believe he took him because if he didn't take him when he did, then he probably would have been worse now. So, and I think God knew that was too much pain for us, so I think it would just be easier for him to take him so where there's no pain, no sorrow, no stress, no hurt, nothing that's keeping him down or bringing him farther into what he's dealing with or what he's battling with. So I really think that was, and I think I realized this during the funeral service, where when I think it was my dad that was talking, and he was saying that, and thank God that we got to pray with him before he died and give his life back over to Jesus. So now I'm confident and I don't cry as much anymore as you probably would with those people who are you're not sure about where they could have possibly gone, but I know I'm positive, and that's why I have that I would call it maybe reconciliation. I don't know, but that thing where it's like, I know he's safe. I know that he's not in pain anymore, so I don't have to cry. I know why God took him now. I understand where he's coming from. I see his point. I see his point of view and why he did what he did, and I actually am more positive about how it happened than how it could have happened. So I think that's why. And group therapy is a really good name for after Anthony's name, but I think that's a really good thing because the music is therapy, and I think that's what he intends for the music to be. He intended it to be therapy and to help you to get past that hurdle that you may be dealing with, no matter what it is. And it does reach out to so many different areas to where even I can understand it. And sometimes with some gospel music, you have to be in a certain place to understand it, or a certain circumstance to understand it. And his music is not that way. It's like anybody can relate to it because everybody goes through pain. So it's like anybody can understand it, and that's what I love the most about it. So that's my personal thing on my side. So, And then Memorial Day came because he was a Navy veteran. So I always have that yearly reminder. It's like, okay, he's gone, but it's okay because I'm going to see him again. Yeah. It's all right. So,
absolutely.
Yes. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. Group therapy. That's the next question. So we're done with the other one. Group therapy. I always wondered why the A and the P in group therapy was capitalized. Is there like a specific reason?
Yes, it is to pay homage to the our old name, Answered Prayers.
Okay. See, I feel like I should have known that a while ago.
And no, it's fine. Yeah, because we sort of touched on it, but not really. But yes, that is why the A and the P are capitalized. It is a nod to our old name, Anthony Brown and Answered Prayers.
Okay. Because I was like, why don't I just keep it lowercase? Of course, I'm like weird like that. I'm like grammar freak, but it's okay. Even though I don't use grammar that well, but it's okay. Well, I do, but just not like texting. So it's like, that's something different. But,
listen, with autocorrect, it's very hard to use Siri, proper grammar.
Siri thinks that she's the person who's using the phone apparently because she just thinks she just put down whatever. It's like, oh, I know you meant this. I'm gonna just put this down instead. No, I'm like, no, that's not what I said.
But I'm like, Siri, at least make it look like a valid sentence.
Right. At least make it close. Come on. Maybe
that
like real far away, far off from what you were trying to say. I'm like, no, that's not it.
Just crazy. Like, put an S if it's supposed to be an S. Right. Like, don't let it just be that sound good.
Yeah.
No, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Like, do that.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Just does anything.
It's like one letter. It's like you couldn't have got that one letter.
Right. You corrected me. Correct yourself.
See, everybody's like, oh, you should turn it off. I'm like, no, see, because I type fast and I know 80% of what I'm saying she's right about. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep her there. If I turn it off, I'm gonna look like I don't have any sense or I don't have any grammar. So I'm like, no. I like to type fast and then press send because I know it's right. And then when it's wrong, I'm like, oh.
No, see, with that, you have to proofread. Like, we have to proofread every text.
I usually look down at the keyboard for a few seconds and then look up again, just make sure where I am in the conversation or where I am in the sentence. And if Siri probably altered any words that probably shouldn't be altered, but yeah, I don't know. Siri just thinks she's me sometimes. I don't know. But
she plays me on a consistent basis. I'll send it. I say, oh no, I sound like an old idiot. Okay, all right. Let me just do the asterisk and type what I was supposed to say.
That is a very popular keyboard button. The asterisk is my best friend. I think she has her moments where it's like, no, you're not gonna put down what you thought. No.
Right. Like, I'm just gonna do this, is what she said.
Right. Yeah, I don't care what she was trying to do. I know what you were trying to say, so I'm gonna put it down.
Yes.
And if not, you can correct it. But no. Okay. After we just got done bashing Siri. Okay.
Right.
It's okay.
But listen, I'm team iPhone all the way. Yes, do not ask me to go back.
No. Ever since I got
I'm not
iPhone,
going back.
I'm with the 7 Plus now.
Yeah. I'm not going back. Yeah. Even though I miss the amazing pictures that Android phones take.
Because I had the Note 4 before, and I switched to the iPhone 7 Plus. So I kind of know how well the pictures take. And my mom, she has a Note 8, and even with her phone, whenever we take pictures, I have her take one, so she has her copy. And I'm like, all right, now take one with my iPhone because you know the picture's better. And then she gets mad at me. She's like, oh, why you always gotta take it with an iPhone? I'm like, because it's better. Like, I don't know. Plus, I have the 2 cameras now, so it's like, you know, it's better. She gets mad at me. I'm like,
yes. They have stepped it up.
They have. And I believe Android is trying to catch up, but it won't, so it's okay.
No, actually, when I had, I believe I had like the Galaxies or whatever, back when I had Android, and the pictures were always amazing. Like that is what took me so long to come over to the iPhone side, because the pictures.
Yes.
Like
I'm a photographer, so like I always try to get the best pictures. And I think it was this morning, I was at work from 10 to 6, and I took a picture of the sunset in like the sky before I got off work, and it was really nice. It's on my Instagram, but
oh, cool.
It was really nice, and I love how the iPhone has the 2 cameras, so that you get 2 different pictures, and then they combine it.
Yes.
So clearer. That's what I have.
Yes, I love that. I love portrait mode, and the video is so good. Like I always use, if you follow me on Instagram, I always, whenever we're traveling, I always take like video of us like taking off on our flight and then landing. It's one of my favorite things
before I had
to do.
my professional camera, my Canon camera, I went to Belize last summer for a mission trip. Yeah, it was so beautiful. I definitely got to go back either for my birthday or this summer because our church sponsors, our church hosts a trip to Belize because my senior pastor is from there, and most of my dad's side of the family is from there, so we have like a little area where we have family. If possible, we can stay with them for longer after the mission trip is done, which is great because it takes more than a week to get used to that heat, and it's just it takes more than a week to get used to everything. So if anything, I have a place where I can stay, and they always have like beach houses and stuff. I'm like, okay, why am I in Chicago when I could be over there?
Nice. Anthony Brown and Group Therapy loves the tropics. We love to travel. We love to go to the islands. And so we've never been to Belize. So,
definitely And then when you do, please let me know so I can like save up my money because I'm saving up for a car right now. But I'm definitely willing to switch that to Anthony Brown and Group Therapy Belize tickets. I promise you, I'm willing to switch it.
And listen, you put the word out. You let them know that Anthony Brown and Group Therapy wants to come to Belize. So if they want to bring us, we will be very happy to come. See, okay, so yes, let's work that out.
Sure. Yeah, I will make sure to.
Let's go ahead and let's start working on that.
Right. I'm like, okay, so let's start. I have a small side request on top of the Belize trip. If I make requests, I gotta make sure I'm going. So like, I can't miss out.
Right, exactly.
I gotta get my funds together real quick. But it's okay. So yeah, that and I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I went to Belize last summer, and I know I was going somewhere with this, but
pictures, video.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that because I know I wasn't gonna get it anytime soon. So before I had my professional camera, I took all the videos and the photos with my iPhone, and I made a compilation video of like the entire week-long trip. And when I showed it in front of the church, I edited it with Premiere and all that stuff. So I had professional editing software and stuff like that. But when I showed it to the church after we came back, people didn't even really notice the difference between a Canon camera or my phone, besides like the shakiness. But I have like pretty stable arms, I should say. Besides the amount of coffee I drink, so it's a little bit shaky, but I managed to keep it pretty stable. But yeah, people didn't really know the difference between a regular camera and then the iPhone camera because it's pretty much clearer. It's equal, if not better. So yeah, I'm sticking with my phone if I ever need to do anything video related until they prove that Canon cameras can do what iPhone can't. And they're always advancing it. So yeah, if you ever, it's like some people, they just don't have like $600 to $1,000 to buy a camera. So I'm like, and I know that's not me. So yeah,
right.
Like, you have your phone, and I think that's why they make it so efficient in pictures and stuff like that, so that you don't have to pay for a camera. It's like, oh, come to the Apple Store, get an iPhone. That's a camera and a video camera, something like that. So I think that they do really well with that, and it's definitely money well spent. It is. See, the iPhone X though, I think that they're trying to swerve off the line a little bit because the iPhone X is all glass and it's $1,000. Yeah. I'm gonna stick with my I'm gonna stay what I have right now. Yeah. I might get the 8 or whatever one that comes out after this X. I'm gonna let that just be great. Right, let it be great. I'm gonna let it be great. Yeah. See, I don't like the whole entire glass thing and how easily iPhones used to break. So I know that if it's all glass, it's gonna break even easier, and then you gotta pay for this like extra bulky case, and it's not worth it. Plus, the phone size is smaller, so if I'm going from like an iPhone 7 Plus to iPhone X, it's like downgrading a little bit, and I don't like that because I have big hands and terrible eyesight. I'm not claiming that in the name of Jesus, but I'm right. I was about to say my contacts, they kind of mess with my eyes a little bit, so it, it's not 100%, but it's all right. It's just the way your eyes are set up. Yeah, you just need to. You put the heart on it the way my life is set up. Yeah. I definitely like how well it's working for me right now, and I don't plan on switching because I don't have the money, and I don't want to.
It's just a smart investment.
It is.
Yeah. I mean,
I hope it
what was life
long.
before iPhone?
Android.
Yeah. That.
Which we're not going to speak of.
Yeah.
Like my mom hears this, she's like, "You're a traitor." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna let you be over there on Team Android."
And it's all right. And then once she becomes enlightened, she will understand.
Right. See, thank you. I'm like, Mom, there you go. She said it to you. She's talking to you.
Yes, come on over. Be blessed.
Come on to the iPhone side. We got cookies, milk, and everything. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have her listen to that part. Like, yeah, she's talking to you specifically. Yeah. Get with it. Update now.
Now, see, I didn't say all that, but yes, just come on over.
Come on. The right side.
Everyone, come on over. Blue messages.
Yep,
just enjoy them.
Goodness. I can't stand
just enjoy the blue messages.
They're so confusing. It's like they pop up all of a sudden. There's no like read. There's no delivered. I can't. Like, I don't know if you saw it or that you read it until you reply. So I don't know how long it's going to take you to reply. And sending pictures over, that takes a whole week. It's like sending them with USPS. I'm like, okay, I'm going to need you to send it the day I send it and not a week after. Like, I don't need a scheduled arrival date with the pictures.
And then you have to text to see if they got the message.
Like, okay, so did you get the 16 pictures I sent? Or
right.
Is it by next month? I'm gonna need to know because these are approved pictures. I don't know. I can't do Android. I had to give it up. I couldn't do it. Actually, I think the only person that was fully Team iPhone was my dad, because he had one of the iPod touches and went up each time from there, and then got the iPhones, and he's been going up. I think he's the only person that's been full Team iPhone the entire time. But
wow.
No, he had an Android, but it was one of those really bogus ones, the old ones, like HTC kind of Android. But
oh wow,
we learned from there of our ways very quickly. So the only person left is her.
She'll come over soon.
She definitely will. She'll learn eventually, but it's okay. Until then, she'll just have to be stubborn. It's okay.
Yes.
And then I think this is the last question until I unless I think of something else. But what do you do besides singing?
Now I am very fortunate enough that I have my own business where music is what I do full time now. And so when I'm not on the road singing with Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, I may be on the road singing as Shirley Daley or teaching vocal workshops, and I also do vocal coaching as well.
Where is that based out of?
Like the Maryland area, but I do Skype lessons, and I also not Skype or FaceTime. Yeah, and I also travel. I know.
Don't you have to load minutes onto that? Like a really old phone?
No. Well, when I use Skype, I did it through the computer, so it was just attached to the Wi-Fi. But FaceTime and or Google Hangout, if the person doesn't have. Yeah.
There's so many ways now. They just make it easy.
Yeah, doing virtual meetings. I have a couple of clients that I do that with. But that's what I do. I do music full time, and I teach.
Yeah, because my side hustle is arts kind of stuff. I go to Columbia downtown for film and television. I had to switch my major out from communication, which is more like public speaking, which is great because I can speak to people like you and have full on conversations. But that's not exactly what I wanted to do when I got out of college. So I didn't realize that until after I finished freshman year. So now I'm film and television major, and then vocal performance is my major. So I finally I'm on the right track now, and they told me what I should have been doing. See all these majors, and like minors and double majors and stuff. It just confuses me. I'm like, okay, just tell me what I need to do. Tell me what classes I need to
Yes.
do. Because like obviously I don't know. You know better than I do. You know what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I finally got it on the right track now, and I have my own like small business like you do, but mine is for videography, like making videos, photography, and graphic design is the main areas that I do. But I also do like voiceover work. I do like music kind of stuff. Like I'm probably going to be singing the hook on one of my friends' songs. So I don't know, maybe I'll get more to you on that when it happens. But yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. I've started to, ever since I got in college, I started to expand what I do so that it goes more to everybody. It's like making websites, doing like graphic design, videography, photography, voiceover work. I don't know, like everything. So it's like if you need it, I got it. I can learn how to do it, and it's always good to learn because then it's like you're more broad, and more people will go to you because you're more broad and more areas than most people. You're well rounded. Yeah. So like that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get it so that it makes money for itself, kind of. And then I have clients that are coming in, so that's good. And then
well, that's definitely important to have multiple streams of income. Like that, it's just something that I believe in, and you always have to have, especially when you own your own business or if you're in business for yourself, you have to make sure that there are multiple streams of income, so that, because in music there are, it's like we make our money in waves, and when you're hot, then you're gone all the time. But then when things slow down, or it's just not the season for it, then you have to make sure that you have more time for your other businesses. But then you also have to make sure that you've planned properly for that. So that's another tip that I want to give to those that are aspiring artists, and that's in any genre in the music industry. The music industry, you make money in waves, and so there are high moments, and then there are low moments, or moments that aren't as high, if that makes any sense. So you have to plan your money differently. It's sort of like teachers. They make their money throughout the school year. Well, they have an option to earn a lower amount, and when they're off for summer break, they still get a paycheck. But most teachers, they have their regular paycheck all throughout the year while their kids are in school, and then they're off for 3 months. Well, it's their responsibility to make sure that they have money for their bills for those 3 months while they're off, or another job. So with music, it's sort of the same thing. Like you have these moments where it's like for a few months or a few years where you're just making an obscene amount of money, but then you might have a couple of years where you're making an average amount of money. So you really have to have multiple streams of income, so that in either of those, if either of those businesses go through like a low income phase, you won't be affected by it.
Yeah, that's good. All right, I don't mean to rush you or cut you off or anything, but
no, by all means.
So
yes,
I know we went over, but I just want to thank you for being on with me and taking your time out of your day to talk to me and answer my questions. So thank you for that. Hopefully we can do this again. This has been Shirley, Daley, and this is Realist Ryan. Yes. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Bye. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Yep, that was her. So there you go. Bye.